So glad to have you back joining us on the Mimosa Show. What is your opinion of love? And you know, we've had a series of amazing segments. The first one about habits. Come on, I know you knew the habits. Those who are guilty, those who are guilty. Those who also think you have to reform. We're all learning through the curves. Then we went to the Spice It Up, where you find people who are master innovators, bringing novelty to relationships and making it look sparkling all the time. So I believe you had your bit also over there. And there's the final segment on gratitude. Gratitude. You have to pronounce it with tenacity. Gratitude. What is the importance of saying thank you, and how does that play off or bring dynamics to your relationship? And joining me to discuss this topic are the creme de la creme. You can't find them anywhere. Say all medicines should stay inside. Okay, Drobi and Kadem, that's local Ghanaian dialects. And Kadem, we have the legendaries. Right close to me right here is Mr. Schneider Kuma. He's a relationship enthusiast, also works with the AAU as well. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I will have to just move, okay, and I'll choose it later on. I also have with me a very, very good friend and also the founder of Eden Band, the person of Jonas Okonde. John, you're welcome to Mimosa Show.
Thank you for having me.
Great. And the one I left her, she's not so much, she is the grand, the counselor herself, relationship enthusiast extraordinaire, Mrs. Adeline Addy. Ma'am, you're welcome to Mimosa Show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you all here to beat ideas on how gratitude can make a difference in relationships. So let's start off. But before that, let me let you know that this program is brought to you by, first of all, Penny Naturals, your one-stop for 100% natural ingredients for cosmetics. You know, they are making a game-changing aspect when it comes to cosmetics here in Ghana. And also, Eden Bar, the first non-alcoholic bar in Africa. Don't go anywhere. Find them. Feel like you are in the beginning of the world and enjoy 100% non-alcoholic drinks. You can also have Magbell, bringing you the very best of drinks, and also pastries and a lot more. We have Nutri Chips, bringing you exciting and flavored nutritional chips made with fruits. You have TME Collections, the best when it comes to watches. And you also have Roseberg Ear, Nose and Throat Clinic, located in East Legon, and not forgetting Pamoni. Pamoni brings you simply the best exclusive unisex wears for male and females. Now back into the studio. You know, when they talk about gratitude, it becomes a push and pull. But let's start with how does expressing your gratitude or thanks to someone make a difference or bring satisfaction in the relationship? Let's start with you, Sandra, about how does that bring satisfaction? I mean, you do something for me, and you're not entitled to do so. It's your duty to serve me. So when you say thank you or you say thank you, does that matter? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, Ajima, thank you very much for having me. I think just to go to the point, gratitude actually, you know, does a lot. It influences behavior. So let me give an example with my own, you know, story. You know, earlier on when I married, you know, they say that a man, you know, you don't want to go to the kitchen, you don't want to do some chores in the house like washing the dishes, and actually I hated it. I didn't want to do it, and normally in the house I see that the dishes will be piling up, but then I don't want to go there. And sometimes I see my wife struggling with all those heavy loads. Then one day she was rushing somewhere. The dishes were ready to be washed, so she had to leave. She left me in the house, and then sitting there and then seeing all that, you know, I said, no, let me attack this thing, you know. So I went on and then started washing the dishes, and then I did everything, then did some extra cleaning in the house. Now my wife returned, and then she saw everything that I had done. She didn't say anything at the moment. And then we went to bed when all the kids were asleep. Now the place was quiet. She whispered into my ears, "Thank you very much for doing the dishes today." Now, guess who is washing dishes every now and then
and get a thank you for that,
and then doing shoki whilst doing it? So it's something I didn't like doing, but then following what she did, expressing gratitude for me, you know, giving that helping hand actually influenced my behavior, and it has changed a lot in me and made me a better husband. So if you talk about gratitude, that is what I would like to begin with.
Mommy, you can touch on what he said, but yours is, how can couples sustain that spirit of gratitude and make it a working document in that relationship over time, how can that become a culture in that relationship? But you can touch on what Sandra mentioned earlier if you want to.
So habits, you build a habit.
Yeah.
So whatever you do continuously or regularly becomes a habit. If you want to maintain gratitude in your home or between you and your spouse or partner, then it's something you should be doing regularly. In fact, some people take it as far as keeping note of whatever they are thankful for. So during the day you see this, the person does this, and you note, I'm thankful for this, you note it. Expressing it also helps to build it as a culture between the two of you. So you need to express it all the time. Expression can be verbal, it can be non-verbal. So from my point of view, you want it to become a habit. Sometimes there's something you are not used to. Some people are naturally used to saying thank you, naturally are appreciative. Some are not so appreciative. They didn't grow up in that kind of culture. Then you have to make a conscious effort to build that habit. So keep notes. If you are like someone who can't remember things easily, keep notes by writing it down. And of course, express it all the time. And it becomes part of your lifestyle.
So you must have a diary at home, if possible, or some sticker notes. Write something now. John, today there are diverse ways of saying thank you. Some you do something and tomorrow is a Mercedes-Benz outside, and a whole lot. But how do you think, there are different kinds of people, the poor, the rich, all spheres. How can everybody do something reasonably, sustainably to say thank you, practically?
Yeah, so I think, you need to understand the love language of your partner, and that can go a long way in helping you determine how to say thank you to them. So me, for instance, one of my love languages is quality time.
Note it down.
Even though I'm not married, I have a girlfriend, and anytime I spend time with her, she's not done anything for me, but just being in my presence, after a while I tell her, oh, thank you for today. And she's not done anything. We're just maybe sitting down watching a movie or sitting somewhere, and I say, thank you for today. And she appreciates that. So I think once you know the love language, if the person loves gifts, then obviously you get them gifts. If the person loves acts of services, like his wife, for instance, it means that was a love language. He going into the kitchen to do the dishes, really put a smile on her face. So I think the bottom line is to know their love language, and then it can guide you on how to tell them thank you.
Let me just jump to Mommy on this one. We are on the journey to something which is lifetime. We never know when it will end. Marriages have no end until perhaps somebody appears somewhere. But as we move on, gratitude plays a role. And how does gratitude play that role? How do we make it that culture to that lifetime? Sometimes you may be fed up. Sometimes doing dishes will not be anything again. You will not get thank you again for that. What can we do? How do we improve upon this way of expressing gratitude so that it becomes fresh and where satisfaction is high?
Okay, so for me, the Bible is my reference point. And so if you are a Christian, you need to ask God for help to do things. Because humanly, it's impossible to keep up something all the time. So you do need some divine help there. And then the issue we brought up earlier about, making it a habit also helps. Then how you express it. You cannot keep expressing it the same way all the time. Spice it up. Change it, depending on the situation, how you express yourself. If all the time it's just thank you. If all the time it's, I love you. You have to spice it up. Different ways. And like he said, he's right. You ought to know what would click with your partner. Because for me, I love poems.
Oh.
So if my husband writes me a poem, it's, it's a big thing. Someone else would not appreciate it at all. If you bought me a big card, my first reaction would be, how much was the card? You might as well have given me the money. So I mean, it's a long journey.
Yeah.
You're going a long way. You need help, some other external help to help you to keep it up. Then another thing is, when you wake up in the morning, it will be helpful to start thinking of what are the things you're grateful for in the other partner. Because sometimes it's not necessarily what they do, but who they are to you. The thoughtfulness, you know, the fact that they overlook your faults, the fact that they are still with you, you know, especially in this day and age where men have side kicks and front kicks and back kicks and whatever, you know. So think through those things. It will keep you in that. It will keep up the momentum and keep you in that place where you are always thankful. But if you happen to dwell on the past, you dwell on things they did wrong, how they hurt you, you're not likely to be a thankful or a grateful person. So those are ways I think you can, you know, survive this lifelong journey and still be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There comes the argument. It's an argument that men actually show more gratitude than women do. Women too are saying, nah, we show gratitude more than men. Where do you stand in this argument? And let's be objective here in this case.
Oh, I don't think I can make a general assessment. It's still general.
Yeah.
I mean, any two people, I mean, look at any couple and then maybe you determine whether in this relationship it's the woman or the man. I think that what is happening here is rather the fact that maybe the ways in which women show appreciation or show gratitude is not what the men expect.
Okay.
And that is why they think the women are not grateful or not appreciative. Yeah. I think that is it, but I cannot make that general statement that women are, you know, maybe what the man is expecting, how he's expecting the gratitude to be shown, it's not the way we show it.
Do you agree with that
Well, generally, women are, you know, emotionally expressive.
Yeah.
So with that question, I may be forced to say women show more gratitude, but men, we have ways of, you know, showing gratitude without even, you know, opening our mouths to say something or gift you something. There are so many ways of showing gratitude, but then men, we have different ways. Women may add drama to it, and so it makes it significant. But then, so for me, men, our gratitude is substantial. It's ways that you cannot actually measure. You know, it takes, you know, something to understand it. But women can be very expressive, and so that question we go in the favor of the women. I might say.
There's a whole lot to talk about on this segment about gratitude. We'll talk more about how do you overcome the struggles of gratitude and a whole lot more after this short musical break. We'll be right back, and I will let you know that this program is brought to you by Penny Naturals, Eden Bar, Magbell, Nutri Chips, TME Collections, Pamoni Boutique, and also Rosbeck Ear, Throat and Nose Clinic. A musical break, we'll be right back.
How would I want my partner? How would I want mommy to appreciate me? How would I want mommy to appreciate me? By just commendation. Yeah, maybe she notices something that I do that is contributing positively to the relationship. And then maybe, you know, she commends you in a nice way. Look, Jay, you're doing good. This thing that you do, to me, just commendation. I think is enough. You do something positive, and then somebody like your partner commends you. Yeah, that's encouraging.
Personally, my love language is money. So, giving me some alerts on my bank account or my Momo would not be bad. I mean, yes. But apart from that, my love language personally, gifts. Just surprise me. Anything. I mean, just surprise me. But first of all, money is very important. So yes, just give me money.
I think it really matters because for someone to appreciate you means that whatever you are doing for them or whatever sacrifices that you are putting in for them, they have actually recognized it, and it actually spurs you to give in more like it. Yeah.
For that was I feel good because who said yeah we be an and need to home so person won't cost one. I say why are there no be a cat say the why are you? What person won't get times 3 of what you did. And it's order for that was a warm out to me a dear way any baby and choose you. I'm out to me times 3 times 4. You want to mean you know there was some gens.
Appreciation doesn't really mean gifts. Saying thank you. Oh, I'm grateful or something. Even the words are enough. Yeah.
A surprise would be okay. Yes, maybe something nice. Just something from you.
It's going to narrow me once again to spending time together. So we are looking at basically attending programs together. These are some of the positive actions I am attending events together. It could be church, it could be weddings, or it could be even just normal outing. Yeah, it's a positive action. Going out probably maybe to the mall to watch.
So there we have it. These were some sampled views from our street interactions, and there we have it. So you heard some people saying that they are into the intrinsic aspects. You know, just give them the recommendation at top of the shoulder that you've done so well. Some too are looking for extrinsic factors. Put money on the alert, on the phone, money straight up, or buy us a gift. But let's come to you, Schneider, about these varied opinions about how to say thank you to your loved one. Do you think some of them are realistic in these times that we're in, and how do we level up on this?
Okay, so I think, you know, when you take a look at, you know, the demography of people, you know, answering the questions, you see for some of them, they are the young ones that are not married. So sometimes it depends who is, you know, answering the question. If it is a short-term relationship, you know, certain forms of gratitude, you know, will be more sustainable. You can accommodate them, you know. For instance, if your love language in a short-term relationship is money, you know, of course I can give you money and then it ends there. But in a more, you know, long-lasting relationships like marriages, you know, giving money as a form of thank you wouldn't be sustainable. So you need to go in for more sustainable ways of appreciating your partner, and that will be some forms like which were described, you know, a tap on the shoulder and all those things. But choosing the mood and the right time to, you know, say thank you or express your gratitude, very important. You know, sometimes you just don't, you know, passing by me and say, oh, you know what, thank you. No, you choose the right time to say it. And sometimes even just a common thank you, different people have different ways of doing it, and you need to choose the right moment and then the right approach to say thank you and not just thank you.
Welcome Julie on set. Julie is an insurance broker and also a relationship enthusiast. And Julie, welcome to Mimosa Show.
Thank you.
You heard what they had to say about their own ways of saying thank you. What would you say is the ideal way to say thank you, comparing both views coming out from our people?
Okay, thank you. I would say saying thank you is very, very important. I'll start by saying an experience I had just Sunday. I ordered for boats, and he called me back. Where are you going? I said, New Lagos. I said, New Lagos. I said, yes. He didn't say, he just kept calling. I said, are you coming? He said, yes. Okay, thank you very much. So along the line, as we were going, we were conversing. And he said, and can you say, who can't thank you? I wouldn't come. So thank you is very, very important in relationship, even not outside the relationship, with everyone. You have to appreciate whatever someone does. You have to appreciate it. Yes, I will say that. And another one, and I experienced with my partner. I once remember he sends me money. I didn't reply. No, I love saying thank you.
Okay.
Every little thing, I will say thank you. So it took the whole day till evening. Then he called me and said, have you received the money? I said, yes. and you didn't say thank you.
Oh.
So he was expecting it.
Yeah.
So I say thank you is medicinal.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. When you say it to someone, despite the little thing that the person does, it boosts the person to do more.
Sure.
So as someone is saying money, I don't think money values more than saying thank you. So thank you. It's good to appreciate anyone who does something for you.
Splendid. Splendid. Thank you, Julie. Mrs. Eddie, about the views that they brought on, which one do you think is sustainable? Sorry.
This one is too.
Sorry about that. I found it so funny, I just choked. But, I mean, the guy who said money, he's funny. Mm-hmm. I think he's a young boy. He's growing up. He will grow up. But on a more serious note, commendation, that's better. You know, gratitude will produce the effect you want when it says to the other party that you are valued. You see, so giving money, I just give you the money. I'm done with it. You know, I don't think that is sustainable at all. And I don't think that is a good way to go. It's like, I'm working. You've worked and I'm paying you for it. It doesn't tell you, or I'm not saying to you that I value you. No. And I don't think that would cement the relationship. That would not make the relationship durable. So I wouldn't go for that. Commendation, yes. And other ways of saying thank you, depending on who the person you are saying the thank you to is to you, and depending on how they are, the kind of things they appreciate. Yeah. Otherwise, as for money, I don't think if my husband did something for me and I gave him money, it would mean anything much to him. And I think that the young man maybe has a few projects going, so the money is very critical at this point. Yes.
Let's take it on the struggle. There seem to be struggles, you know, as Julie mentioned. Sometimes you may feel complacent. Maybe, I mean, the person keeps doing it. I mean, he's doing it, so it's a normal thing. I mean, Schneider will do the dishes, so I mean, normal thing. It's normal. So that's normal syndrome. It's normal syndrome. Yeah. Takes over your mind, and then when you see it again, there's no need to be genuinely appreciative of what the person have done. And the person is waiting for that thank you. And it happens day 1, day 2, day 3, they stop. So let's say, Julie, how do we overcome this normality syndrome and take every act as a genuine thing, like you never did it before? So we always stay appreciative and don't forget that what is trivial. Let's just forget about it.
I'll also come in again with an example. Let's just shifting to this perspective.
Yeah.
Married couple, let's say not in marriage.
Yeah.
They have children.
Yeah.
So we take it as, oh, the man is responsible to take care of them, the children, kids, the woman. Yes. Yeah. But we don't take time, even though they are separate, but they don't appreciate each other. We say that, oh, the man has to pay the bill, the school fees. So it's a normal thing for him to do. But here's the case, as a woman, you have to appreciate the man, even though they are not in marriage.
Yeah.
You appreciate him, and he will continue to do any amount of money, anything that you ask on behalf of the children, he will be willing to do at any time. I have experienced that, so that's why I'm saying this. So anything that your partner, not in marriage, does, you have to appreciate it. He will continue to do it more and more. There's no struggle about appreciating someone who you are not with in a relationship. Yeah. Doing the same thing. No, there's no struggle about it. You have to appreciate it all the time, and he will continue doing it for you.
Yes. Yeah. You know, traditionally, the women say, but isn't that not your job to pay school fees? Yes. So when you transfer, they say, hey, madam, I beg you. Yeah, exactly. So what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, I think I side with Julie with that example. You know, in marriages, it's a lifelong project, right? and mostly we have responsibilities cut out by the society.
Yes.
So like Julie mentioned, you're supposed to pay the fees, you're supposed to take care of the kids in the house. Yeah, that is good. But you see, as we move, you become like, okay, it's your role. So if you do it, I don't need to express anything unless you do something outside of the normal. But that is a trap we should avoid, especially those in long-term relationships. There are times that, I pay the fees and all those things, and when my wife, finds time to say, okay, thank you very much for paying the fees, I really feel appreciated. Similarly, there are times that I sit down and I see how my wife is struggling, taking care of the kids. Actually, some of the things that the women do, when I think about it, I'm like, no, I can't even do this. My wife leaves me with the kids for, a couple of minutes to, use the bathroom, and I'm like, when are you coming back? I'll start counting time. I want her to be there to take care of the kids, hold certain things. So sometimes when I go back home and I see the kids are okay, she's kept there's food, there's this, there's that, the home is running, it's like a machine. What is keeping it running? It's the woman or it's the man. So there are times that I just say, you know what, honey, thank you very much for taking care of the kids, doing this and that. And in lifelong relationships, we need to be deliberate, in doing some of those things to keep the relationship going, and it never gets old. It never, you never get used to it. So it's something that we crave, and the moment you don't get used to it, and it doesn't become normal. But let's make it a normal practice to appreciate our spouses.
Yes.
For the normal things we think are normal, they are not.
Yes.
So give us your view on this issue about the triviality of these things and how they can impact on the relationship with regards to gratitude.
So if over time you get familiar, because when something becomes routine, it's like, well, it's normal. It's a normal thing. It's nothing out of the ordinary. So you get familiar. You know what they say, familiarity breeds contempt. So you get familiar, you don't care. At the end of the day, it will do the reverse of what gratitude will do. Because it will say to the person, well, I don't value you. Oh, okay. A bill-paying machine, or you are, a problem-fixing person, that kind of thing. Eventually, it can lead to the breakdown of the relationship, because you won't feel wanted, you won't feel valued, you won't feel appreciated. So you are just in it. If it's a marriage, you may just suffer it or just contain it. In most cases, people may contain it until the children are older. And then they'll say, well, there's nothing here, there's nothing holding the marriage together. Because it's like two people just living under a roof, and, I don't feel appreciated, I don't feel. And it's the reason why some men may go outside of their relationships or outside of their marriages, because they run into somebody who seems to think the world of them. Oh, you did this for me. Oh, I'm so grateful. Oh,
Yeah.
And back home, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So the normal person wants to gravitate towards where gratitude is being shown, where they are being appreciated, where people are valuing them. So you'll be doing yourself, unless you don't want that relationship to grow. And if you really want it to grow, you should not get into that habit of, and we are human beings, it's normal. With time, you get very used to certain things. So like Schneider said, we must be deliberate, we must be intentional.
Yeah.
Just like after some time, you what do you call it? You look at your life and see, oh, maybe I check my weight, I see, oh, I'm putting on too much weight. I need to do something about it. You need to carry out regular checks or, frequent checks on yourself. Occasionally check, how am I doing on this, what do you call it, on this level, or with regards to to gratitude. And if you have good communication going also, it will help, because one party may express to the other that, hey, it looks like you don't appreciate me. Look, I do this, I do that, whatever. And if you are thinking right, because sometimes we don't think right, but if you are thinking right, you would sit back and look at the situation and say, oh, it's true. I'm not doing this. I've stopped doing that. And then you put in place measures to remedy the situation.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I think, adding more to the issue, sometimes if we keep on showing gratitude, it reminds us of all the things that our partners are doing for us.
Yeah.
When we normalize, some of these things our partners, do for us, you go outside, somebody does a similar thing or even lesser than what your partner did for you, and you show immense gratitude for that. Whilst your partner has done something even more than that. But because you've normalized this at home, you are not saying thank you or showing gratitude. You think that person who did it from outside has done something great. You tend to gravitate towards that person, but that is a mistake. It's because you are not showing gratitude or acknowledging what your partner is doing for you. So it's time we bring back the gratitude, the acknowledgement of all the things our partners do for us. That way, when somebody does it outside, that instead becomes normal. Because you are used to it in the house. And it keeps the relationship
And
going.
it keeps it going the way you want it to go, because you don't seem to forget or perhaps trivialize any act of goodness that's been done towards you in your marriage or relationship. And at this point, we move to the very sparky moment where every one of these guys will pick a paper and they will know what exactly lies in for them shortly. So I'm going to bend over and then we'll pass this with you. Let's pass it to the next guest. And there it goes. I'll take it back.
Okay, let me just go right to the bottom of it.
Let me take this right.
Okay, so I'll have it back.
And pray.
Yes.
It's something
So
I
what will
can
happen is
handle.
that you will now dash to me what you picked.
Okay.
So you don't open it.
Oh,
Basically.
not to open it.
Yes. So Julie,
Yes.
what you have here is a problem, a big one. So I'm going to say it to you, and then you tell me what you have. So describe a moment of strong connection with your partner. Somebody once said a strong connection here is Vodafone, But don't do that. Don't do that. Describe a moment of strong connection between you and your partner. That moment. Sad moments,
I don't know how to describe it.
When it comes to connection issues, even the internet people, they know how it's very difficult to describe.
It was touching, emotional.
How did it happen? You got a lawyer. Well, there's no lawyer for you.
She has to hire a
You
lawyer.
have to defend yourself. Defend yourself.
Please.
Let me take another
You
one.
want to pass? You pass. I know.
Okay, here you
so
go. I'm
you can
not
pass
opening
me
it.
yours too as well.
And I
Thank
hope
you.
I'm able to answer it.
All
or
right.
I'll hire a judge.
Another TQ. It says, if you could plan your dream vacation together, where would you want to go with your partner?
I should have put it down.
I'll go to Split, Croatia. Okay, but I've always loved, when I look in the magazines, locations or destinations where they have the sea, and it looks so blue. So any of the islands, around the southern part of Africa would do. Not too far away from home.
It has to happen. It has to happen.
It looks like heaven. Yes, and I have to go on that vacation.
Okay, so you can pass yours through
Mr.
study and I'll get it. Okay. Okay.
I hope he is, because I have to go on that vacation.
I was praying that someone would take this, and you did it.
Yeah.
Sing a love song to her at home. Madam, you have to wait for you to.
Oh, I'm dead.
Snyder.
I'm dead. Like, that is my weakness, and now you
This is for her.
I I don't know. You know what? This afternoon, I sent a text to my wife. Actually, I hired a lawyer. I listened to a song on TikTok and it really resonated with me, you know, about love. And I just pushed it to her to listen. I'm not sure I can play it, you know.
You have the lyrics, like, so I'll give it a tune.
It was by
Can
Celine Dion, you know, but I can't, you know, I don't have the voice. But
why did you choose sing?
In fact, I think he needs to pick another one.
Yeah, you pick another one. Okay, what is the title of the song? Is there a song title? We just know the song. What song?
I think it's yeah. Like I just sent it not long ago. What was it? Oh, I don't know. It's no.
Send this to someone you love. He had to leave.
Oh, by Celine Dion.
Yeah. So I did something, you know, but unfortunately, this is Celine Dion we are talking about, and it's impossible. You know, it's impossible.
There has always been the spark of the ball, because you realize people have this kind of discomfort, but you know, it's all good that we had this session on to know that, I mean, you have to try and get not to sing on it's okay. Try and go for singing rehearsals. And you couldn't tell us about this connection.
Yes.
And it's like some internet I know. It's always stories upon stories. But it's fine. We believe that it's all culminating into love, because sometimes love is hard to express, and I know how you feel about it. It's all good wherever you are. This session has been great, but I wouldn't want to leave without taking your final remarks. So final remarks about gratitude. Right from you, sir. Just take it down, then we just wrap it up.
All right, thank you very much. I think my final words will be a word of gratitude to my wife, you know, for keeping me afloat.
Wow.
Yes, for sustaining me. Like, I am somebody who can easily crash, you know, but then she sustained me, sustained our kids. So thank you to my wife. If she's watching me right now, I want to say today is Valentine's Day. I want you to know that I really love you and I appreciate everything you do for me.
Wow.
Final remarks.
Final remarks. The Bible says to do unto others what you would have them do unto you, and love your neighbor as yourself. We all love to be appreciated. So as you expect appreciation, please learn to also give it out. And Schneider took the lead, and I would follow, because I would want to show my appreciation to my husband of almost 24 years, and thank him for standing by me all these years. Not everyone has it that way, and I'm grateful. You're a thoughtful person, and I love you.
Splendid. Julie, final remarks.
Yes, we should make appreciation or gratitude a habit. Little things that we receive from others, we should appreciate it and always say thank you.
Absolutely.
Say it in a romantic way. That will melt the person.
I like that remark. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You see, so it's not just about saying thank you, but saying thank you at the right time, at the right place, and in the right means brings the spark between you and your loved one. It keeps you fresh and young and meant for a longer period of time. So this is where Tama follows us on the gratitude segment, and I was joined by Shada Nkuma, Mrs. Adeline Addy, and Mrs. Julia. Miss Julia, for your time on Mimosa Show. And I'm so glad that you had time to join us, make good notes, and be refreshed by these wonderful insights that were shared today. So we'll have to go for a short break. We'll come back, we'll give you more tidbits and probably bring the program to an end. Just stay with us, don't go anywhere. We'll go for a short break, and then it's Mimosa Show. But let me just do this quick one before we go, because our sponsors have been with us from day one. Penny Naturals has been with us, Eden Bar, Macbell, Nutri Chips, TME Collections, Palmoni Collections, and Rosebeck Ear, Nose, and Throat Clinic. So don't go anywhere, don't turn it down. Just keep watching AU TV, and we'll be right back with more on Mimosa Show. Be right back. Okay, so we're back and Mimosa Show. What is your opinion on love? And This is where you have seen all the three segments face out. The very first one was about habits, the second one about spicing up relationship, and the final about on gratitude. So guys, how did it go? How did it go?
Well, I would say that one of the key words that was running through all the three segments was communication.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that communication is key in your relationship.
Yeah.
And also gratitude, which I think runs all throughout all the three segments. You shouldn't underestimate saying thank you to your partner, because you don't know what or the impact that will have in your relationship.
Yeah, Ikua, how about you?
Well, I mean, I think Bella has just read my thoughts, because communication did run through the first segment, the second, the third, and I think gratitude basically also runs through it. And I think Dr. Mamley said something in the second segment that I really think is very relevant. The fact that if you are with your partner, you should learn to say thank you, and not just say thank you, but say thank you for specific things. So thank you for cooking for me, thank you for washing the dishes, thank you for doing this, thank you for doing that. So I think this is my take home from today's Mimosa.
And mine, interestingly, is about saying thank you as well. I think that thank you runs through everything. If you want to spice up, say thank you. If you want to change your habits, pick a good habit, say thank you. And if you want to say have a long relationship, lifetime one, say thank you. So, and say thank you in a very good way. Say thank you. Thank you.
At the right time too.
And if you want to spice up your relationship, be open to new experiences.
Yeah, it happens, you know. So thank you so much, Isabella. Thank you so much, Amikwa.
Thank
you very much
for making it
Ajuman.
up on the Mimosa Show and making it a lovely one for our guests all across the continent. And we say thank you so much also to our special sponsors. And we start with Penny Naturals, 100% natural ingredients for you. A shower gel, they've got sanitizers and a whole lot more. The bamboo soap and a whole lot more, just for you to feel beautiful under the African sun or anywhere you can find yourself. So Penny Naturals bringing you a gift that works. And Eden Bar, you know, right from the Garden of Eden, they have just a wonderful setting for you to feel like you were there during creation. And their drinks are just so 100% non-alcohol. They are the first non-alcoholic bar in Africa.
And we also have Magbell, who is dealing in finger foods and natural drinks. That is pastries, sandwiches. You can contact her for all your events and occasions. We also have Nutri-Chips, which is healthy dry fruits. You know, you can have them in your bag. You can package them and even travel with that without being saggy in your bag. So contact her for your healthy dry fruits. And we also have TME collections dealing in accessories. That is watch, earrings, bracelets, gift packages. Have you got a gift for your partner? If not, contact her for your gift.
And we also have Pamoni Collections, your one-stop shop for exclusive outfits for male and female. Locate them at Osu and also at East Legon. And there's Roseberg Ear, Nose and Throat Clinic. And so they are experts in ear, nose, voice disorders and related issues. Locate them also at East Legon opposite the Chartered Institute of Bankers.
So, you know, at this point, we said thank you to everyone. Now, thank you to you who sat behind your TV set, your laptop, your iPad, and even your phone, just to watch us, comment, say thank you, like us, share us. I mean, thank you so much for doing this for AAU TV and the Mimosa Show. Guys, say thank you to our friends.
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you.
Right. And also say a big thank you to also the production team. I was going to start, it's a long chain, right? From the MCR, Jonathan Connell, to Destiny, Charles Alote, Lawrence Chuchu, Michael Nkumisa. Thank you so much for putting energy into this program. Without you, we would not be on set. Thank you to all our support hands, our co-producers, our producer, who's right here, co-produce.
Co-produced by Jemima.
And I miss one man from the MCR, Isaac Apia. Thank you so much for putting life into this program. Thank you. So now, gratitude is working, right?
Exactly.
All of you.
And we are very specific and intentional about it.
And now, won't forget, thank you to Priscilla, thank you to Esther, Veronica, Michael, Elvina, the next one, Sam. I mean, everyone with the TV circles,
Yeah.
Adam Hotel,
Yeah.
who's having a chill time somewhere watching us from
Exactly.
Bahamas. Yeah, Bahamas. And everyone within the TV unit for making it happen on Mimosa Show. What is your opinion on life? And guys, you know what? We're not far from next year, a few times, a few months down the lane. But can you give our guys out there something to
No,
expect?
actually, it should be a surprise. Yeah, just
And
many
I don't even agree with you if you say next year just a few months. Come on, we are in the second month of the new year.
Anyway, there's just somewhere. I'm breathing it.
We've given our guys a lot to digest, so give them time to deal with what we've given them.
All right, guys. So you just heard it from my two beautiful ladies over here that it is about time that you just relax and wait for what we have for you next year. But until we come your way next year, Isabella. Thank you to all of you and have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.